Hi, Jazzy here. Are you ready for some yin? It is yin time. So today we will be working through just allowing ourselves to let be, let go, to surrender. It's time to come down to your mats. It's time to nourish these bodies. It's time to rest in the space that is your body today as it is. Are you ready? Let's do some yin. If you have some nice soft tunes, by all means, please, you can grab those tunes now. You might like to hit play. We were starting in butterfly pose, just lying flat on your mat today. Have some pillows, bolsters, and blankets nearby. We may use them. You may find them handy for props through certain shapes. So have those little bits and pieces ready. And when you're ready, let's pop on over to our mat. So we'll find our butterfly pose lying flat on your backs to begin. So as you come down to the floor, you find you bring the soles of your feet together and slowly come back to your backs. So when you come down to your back, just give yourself that beautiful moment to just simply arrive into the body. There can be quite a lot of sensory input as you first arrive to your practice, with that understanding that yin is now this time to slow things down, open things up, and to let things go. It's time to trust and surrender. So here in this shape, if you need to make any modifications, maybe placing pillows under your knees, giving the knees a little bit of support for feeling held, or at any stage bringing your knees back together. Allow yourself to observe the back body. It's resting to the floor here now. So maybe starting with the outside edges of your feet and those ankles. As you feel the skin against the floor beneath you. And then noticing the weight of the knees. Maybe one side feels like it's falling a little heavier than the other. And then maybe starting to recognize what you're feeling around those hips. And again, in recognizing what you're feeling, allow that feeling to simply be. Accepting what is in your body in this moment. As the weight of the hips fall a little heavier, you feel the back of the pelvis just gently imprinting into the mat and the floor beneath you. And then maybe feeling the parts of your spine in connection with the floor beneath you. The backs of your shoulders, the upper back, and then the arms, the elbows, the backs of the hands, as they rest to the floor beneath you. Noticing maybe the placement of the shoulders, maybe one shoulder feels a little higher than the other, a little heavier than the other. Simply recognize and allow what is to be in the shape of your body here and now. As the weight of the head falls heavy, you allow the physical body to arrive here into this space. And then starting to have this feeling of you yourself arriving into this physical body. Almost feeling like you're slipping in to this meat suit that is your human body. You arrive. You arrive in the wholeness that is your body here and now. And as you slip into this body, allow yourself to rest just a little heavier. So you take 3 more deep, full breaths. And some of you may need to start to slowly bring those hands back towards the body, to maybe guide the hands down to the thighs as you slowly encourage those knees back to center. Take a moment as you then walk those feet to hip distance apart and just let the knees fall softly into one another. Give yourself your first moment here in rebound as you come out of that pose. And when you're ready, you'll take those feet to the edges of your mat, just adjusting those hips if you need to. Arms again might be a little wider from the body, and we'll let those knees now fall towards the left. So as those knees fall towards the left, just allow again yourselves to use any props to support the weight of the knees if you need to. Remembering that Yin is this beautiful practice where we just take shapes and lean into the edge of our body, without forcing ourselves or pushing ourselves to be anywhere else, but exactly where you are, in the shape of this body. It's time to trust and surrender. Just take form and shape as you are here now. And as you do, bring that awareness now to your breath. As you bring awareness to your breath, try and stay with your breath for 5 deep conscious breaths. If some of you feel like you could go a little deeper in this shape, you might encourage that shape by placing that left foot on top of the right knee or thigh. And then once you take shape here, again, it is optional. Come back to your breath as we explore the breath for another 5 breaths here. If that foot is resting on your knee, mindfully releasing the foot, and then allowing yourself to ever so gently and mindfully bring those knees back through center. As they arrive to center, make any little adjustments with your pelvis that you need. And once that pelvis settles once more, let the knees rest into one another. Make little adjustments to the upper back and take your time here to be in rebound. This gentle space now to simply be, to trust and surrender. Here in this moment as you are. As you start to slowly let those knees now fall towards the right. As those knees fall towards the right, staying as you are. Just letting yourselves make any little minor adjustments to be in the shape of your body. That feeling of just slipping into this body, into this shape. Without any resistance or forcing or pushing. Just being as you are here and now. And as you find your way to this shape. Being with this shape for 5 breaths as your breath arrives. If some of you want to explore a little deeper, you may gently encourage the shape by placing the right foot on your left knee. Again, it's not with forcing or pushing, just allowing that extra weight to gently lean into the shape that is your body here and now. Again, allowing yourself to be here. 5 breaths. If your foot was resting on the knee or thigh, gently, slowly release those legs back through center. As they release back through center, finding your way to your comfortable rebound, making any little adjustments as maybe those knees gently forward to one another. Finding rebound to trust and surrender, allowing what is in all its wholeness to be here now. This moment, what is, we trust and surrender. As you take one more nice big deep full breath in, all the way out. You'll start to gently run those legs long, and as those legs run long, finding your way to Banana Asana. Your feet will slide across to the left, and as the feet slide across to the left, your upper body reaches over to the left. So as you take this shape in what is that little C curve or banana shape of the body, just allowing the back of the pelvis to be flat, heavy to the floor, back of the shoulders to be flat and heavy to the floor. Just breathing into your side side body here. Not forcing the shape, not pushing, just simply taking shape here. Once you find the edge of banana asana here, shutting down those eyes and relaxing into your body. Relaxing into the state of what is your body here and now. As we allow ourselves this practice here today to really just trust and surrender, I bring you these words from Eckhart Tolle. Don't look for peace. Don't look for any other state than the one you are in now. Otherwise, you will set up inner conflict and unconscious resistance. Forgive yourself for not being at peace. The moment you completely accept your non-peace becomes transmuted into peace. Anything you accept fully will get you there, will take you into peace. This is the miracle of surrender. Just breathing with those words. 5 more breaths. What might be your 5th exhale, you'll slowly bring those arms back through center, maybe slowly bringing them back by your side, either sliding those legs through center or bending your knees to just gently lift the hips back through center. Finding what feels like your center here as those arms and legs run long, taking your moment here and rebound. Just in the fullness of what is, as you trust and surrender. You'll start to slowly slide those feet now to the right. Again, keeping the back of the pelvis flat. Wriggle the upper body across as both arms reach overhead, feeling that length in your side body. Once more, just finding the edge of banana asana to the right. The weight of your head falls heavy, your eyes gently close. Back of the pelvis is flat, back of the shoulders are flat. Just breathing into this side body. All you need to do is be here now. In what you feel in the physical shape of the body, maybe what you're feeling emotionally. Allowing yourself to be with what is now. Be with the energy of this moment in your body. softening into the moment, this moment, and the fullness of what this moment brings. 5 more breaths. Soften in the shape of this body. Soften into this moment. What might be your 5th exhale? Gently bringing the arms back by your side. Maybe sliding those feet in as you bend your knees. Bring those hips back through center. Arms and legs along. Just allowing yourself to be in rebound, that moment beneath the muscles and bones of the body. We surrender. We let what is, we let what be. We surrender. As you slowly bring those hands to the small of your back, slowly press your way to seated. As you come to seated, you might use your bolsters or your pillow as you find your capable fold. So I'll be placing the bolster under my knees. And as I place that bolster under my knees, I just allow myself to fold gently forward. And as you fold forward, allowing the arms to rest where they find their place. Remembering just taking shape in your body, so your fold might be here. Your fold might be just chin to chest. Your fold might be a little deeper from the waist. Finding the edge that is your body in this moment. And as you take this edge, just letting the eyes gently rest. Your presence of the physical body in this shape. Rest in this moment. We don't look for peace. We don't look for any other state than the one you are in now. Otherwise, you will set up inner conflict and unconscious resistance. Forgive yourself for not being at peace. The moment you completely accept your non-peace becomes transmuted into peace. Anything you accept fully will get you there, will take you to peace. This is the miracle of surrender. I trust and surrender. I trust and surrender. I trust and surrender. You might continue to hear those words silently in your mind. I trust and surrender. Five more breaths. Start to slowly pull yourself back up. Take your time. Gently rest those hands back behind you. Feel the magic of rebound. Full breath in. All the way out. Gently feel those eyes open once more. And find a house with swan. Pigeon pose. Left leg will be in front. Right leg will scoot back behind you. As you fold over your right thigh, allow yourself the opportunity to maybe place a pillow or blanket under the left hip if you are feeling particularly tight. But just remember, take the shape where your body feels it needs to be today. So you may even just gently rock into these hips this morning or wherever you are practicing now. Just allow yourself to then settle into the edge of your sleeping swan. And as you do, finding that stillness, some of you might rest your head to your hands. With this feeling now as you trust and surrender, that it's time. It's time to release and let go. You may even just gently use those words. I release and let go. I release and let go. I release and let go. Continue to repeat those words silently in your mind. 5 more breaths. Start to gently roll into that left hip, swinging your back leg forward. Take your moment in rebound with those knees bent, feet flat out in front, leaning back into those hands. Observing the magic of rebound. Full breath in, all the way out. Slowly pressing your way back up as you have that right leg now crossed in front, scooting that left leg back. And again, you just take shape to where it feels right in your body. So you might just gently roll into those hips. You might have your foot a little further forward. Just allow yourself the opportunity to use your blankets or your pillows to support that right hip. And just once you find where you need to be, you find your stillness, you rest your head, you trust and surrender. Release and let go. I release and let go. Allow yourself to be in the wholeness of what is, whatever that is for you. Be here now. I trust and surrender. I release and let go. I trust and surrender. I release and let go. 5 more breaths. It might be your 5th exhale. Slowly roll the way into that right hip, swinging your back leg forward. Your time, those feet are out in front, your knees are bent. You might then start to slide those legs long, resting back into those hands, finding rebound, eyes closed, Full breath in. All the way out. One more shape before Shavasana. Let's place our bolsters, supported bridge or a folded blanket or even your yoga blocks under the back of your pelvis. So once you come back flat, you'll gently lift those hips and slide or place now a bolster, blankets, pillows, whatever props you have to support the backs of those hips, and then just gently run those legs long. Again, if your prop is quite high and you're feeling too much in your low back, maybe find a lower prop, so maybe just a smaller pillow or maybe just a folded blanket, and then allow yourself again, just wriggle into your shape. Maybe arms wide, maybe arms overhead, maybe arms by your side. Just take your time to find where your body needs to be here in this shape. And once you find your body in this shape, shut down those eyes and be here now in the fullness of this shape. And as you find yourself in the fullness of this moment and all that it is, I read to you some words from Debbie Ford. Surrender is the ultimate sign of strength and the foundation for a spiritual life. Surrendering affirms that we are no longer willing to live in pain. It expresses a deep desire to transcend our struggles and transform our uncomfortable emotions. It commands a life beyond our egos, beyond that part of ourselves that is continually reminding us that we are separate, different, and alone. Surrendering allows us to return to our true nature and move effortlessly through the cosmic dance called life. It's a powerful statement that proclaims the perfect order of the universe. When you surrender your will, you are saying, even though things are not exactly how I'd like them to be, I will face my reality. I will look it directly in the eye and allow it to be here. Surrender and serenity are synonymous. You can't experience one without the other. So if it's serenity you're searching for, it's close by. All you have to do is resign as the general manager of the universe. Choose to trust that there is a greater plan for you. And if you surrender, it will be unfolded in time. Surrender is a gift that you can give yourself. It's an act of faith. It's saying, even though I can't see where this river is flowing, I trust it will take me in the right direction. Trust and surrender. Release and let go. Five more breaths. You might start to slowly bend your knees, keeping the hips resting on your prop, feet connected to the earth. Some of you might slowly lift your hips and remove your props, or if you have a bolster, you might slowly roll that bolster down to support under your knees. Some of you might take those blankets and gently cover yourself with your blankets as we give ourselves this time now to surrender in the wholeness of Shavasana. Make any little adjustments now as you rest here in the fullness of this moment. As you find your way to Shavasana, you shut down those eyes. Allow the weight of your head to fall heavy. Your eyes sink heavy towards the back of your head. The jaw of your mouth is relaxed. The muscles of your face soften. You allow any tension you're holding around the neck and shoulders to just let be. Your arms, your hands, your fingers and thumbs relax. And let your belly soften. The lower back relax. Just noticing the breath as it's moving through your torso. The weight of your hips fall heavy. Your thighs, your knees, your calves, your feet, your toes. I trust and surrender. I release and let go. Even though things are not exactly how I'd like them to be, I will face my reality. I will look it directly in the eye and allow it to be here. I trust and surrender. I face my reality as it is. I release and let go. Choose to trust that there is a greater plan for you. And that if you surrender, it will be unfolded in time. I trust and surrender. I release and let go. Some of you may find one hand making its way to your heart, one hand making its way to your belly. As you allow yourself that moment, almost with a smile, allow yourself to take the weight off as you resign as the general manager of the universe. You trust and surrender, allowing the miracle that is your life, the divine miracle that is you, to be here in the wholeness of who you are in this moment. Some of you may find that you'd like to stay a little longer. As you trust and surrender, you release and let go. For others who would like to gently close out your practice, you'll start to slowly roll to your preferred side. Make your way to a comfortable seat. As you slowly make your way to that comfortable seat, allowing yourselves to sit with those hands, maybe resting to the knees or the thighs. Here in this moment, I face my reality as it is. As both palms now come together at heart center. Take time to bow. Bow that beautiful mind to the beautiful heart. I trust. I trust. I trust and surrender. I release and let go. Together we trust. As the light in me honors and sees the beautiful light shining in and from you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, some of those words from Eckhart Tolle and Debbie Ford. It's time to trust and surrender. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, whatever time this finds you. I'll see you soon, guys. Much